SwiftBlock is a brand new sub-brand of GAN, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering MonsterGo, another sub-brand of GAN, was just released a few years ago and targets the same demographic of new cubers. At the end of this video, I'm going to assign a CubeScore to the 355S, so stay tuned to see how it compares to other new 3x3s. GAN opted to include a dual adjustment system with 5 spring compression settings. I heard that the final release will have 11 settings, which would be overkill in my opinion, but time will tell, I suppose. Exposed magnet capsules look cool, but serve no purpose, and the 55mm size will be enjoyed by some, especially one-handed solving enthusiasts, but I personally do not have much of a preference compared to the standard 56mm size. While it is convenient to not need a tool to use the dual adjustment system, it can be uncomfortable to use at times. When the cube is set on a low setting, it is difficult to get a good grip on the adjustment ring, so I usually hurt my thumbnail in the process and end up using a tool anyway. The good news is that the 5 settings do offer significant changes in feel between one another and allow for the perfect amount of variety. 355S is very solid feeling and can definitely handle some abuse. The corners do not twist easily and feel very sturdy, even when I tug on them. The center caps are super deep and fit snug, so there's no risk of them falling out even when dropped. The color scheme is really nice and all of the colors contrast well. The semi-gloss frosted exterior works well for a cube at this price point and offers decent grip. Part of what makes the 355S feel so durable is the distribution of weight. At 85 grams, this cube is a tad heavier than its competitors, which I enjoyed compared to the super lightweight cubes that feel like they will break. Turning this cube is pretty satisfying and feels smooth and buttery after applying some Martian lube. Additionally, the sound was dampened pretty significantly, and while it isn't the most quiet speed cube we offer, it is definitely on the more quiet side after lubrication. Speaking of lubrication, the 355S reacted very well to our Cosmic Lube and had a drastic change in feel over the dry, sandy feel out of the box. After testing, I determined that the 3rd spring compression setting was the best compromise between turning speed, stability, and corner cutting. Despite the improvements after setup, it is important to note that out of the box, I think newer cubers would become overwhelmed by the turning speed, and that I actually had a few pops, which was a throwback. Corner cutting is one of the weaker points, but I still believe that if you require the entire 45-degree corner cutting, you should work on turning more accurately rather than relying on the cube quite so much. Lockups are somewhat frequent and come with the territory for entry-level cubes. I do not feel that they are incredibly intrusive and can be thought of as a reminder to turn more accurately. At just under $13, the SwiftBlock 355S is a fair value and blends right in with other cubes in the same price range. I do love that GAN opted for just one version and did not offer a variety of versions with differing levels of customization. This singular version serves its intended purpose and is just fine in my opinion. As far as extras go, there isn't much to talk about. There are no accessories or literature included, and the packaging is a unique, minimalistic paper box. The one downside for my collectors out there is that you have to tear the tab on the box to open it. This means that this box does not look great on your collection shelf and is not reusable for storage if you're into that. Luckily, we have tons of different storage solutions at SpeedCubeShop. With all of that in mind, the SwiftBlock 355S earned a CubeScore of 34 out of 65, which is about what I expected going into this review. For the money, I think this is a nice option for those who prefer a blocky, sturdy, smooth turning feel, and turning accuracy isn't an issue. I don't think that the 355S will be something that is universally loved like the RS3M 2020, but if you want to pick this up or something else, we have hundreds of options available at SpeedCubeShop.com that need a new home. Thank you for supporting my store. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.